Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and thank you for joining us in this presentation about tobacco awareness. My name is Tomeh, and I am a dentist and educator by profession. I am a comprehensive care unit director at the Arizona School of Dentistry and Oral Health, and I am working on a master's in public health. Tobacco awareness is an important part of maintaining community health so that young adults and adults alike can make informed decisions, decrease their risk for health problems, and maintain good health. This project represents a commensal relationship between the needs of the Arizona Cultural Academy community and the improvement of public health. This presentation is intended to raise tobacco awareness with specific discussion on hookah use, which goes by other names such as argil, nargile, and water pipe, and the risks associated with its use. Tobacco use is the single largest preventable cause of disease and death in the United States. Saving lives and keeping communities healthy means raising awareness about the risks related to all forms of tobacco use. Hookah use in the United States has become an increasing trend in adult as well as young adult populations. Some teens across the nation have started a hookah smoking habit. Of those who regularly smoke hookah, 79% say they do so because it comes in flavors they like. 3,000 young adults of college age and beyond were surveyed about hookah use. The results of this survey demonstrated that 35% of college students have used hookah at least once, which is what they call ever use. 29% of adults not in college report ever water pipe use. 7% of college students report current use, while 3% of adults aged 18 to 30 not in college report current use. The findings show strong association between those who had positive association with and peer acceptability through water pipe use and current use. That means that if it's within their social circle, there's a higher chance that they use it. A major feature and attraction to hookah smoking is the smoke that is generated. So what is in hookah smoke? Hookah smoke contains hundreds of toxic chemicals and particulate matter. That means that the user and those breathing the ambient air around will be exposed to these toxic chemicals, including heavy metals and organocompounds that have been linked to cancer, asthma, and other cardiovascular and respiratory problems. Hookah smoke also contains nicotine, which is an addictive drug. Being an addictive drug means that with increased exposure, more nicotine is desired. Without consistent exposure to nicotine or long spans of time without nicotine, smokers can feel withdrawal symptoms such as moodiness, intense cravings, and trouble sleeping. The body has nerve receptors to which nicotine binds really tightly, and when the body runs out of nicotine, the good feeling is gone and the withdrawal is experienced. Health effects related to hookah use are increased blood pressure during use, impaired lung function, nicotine addiction, and increased risk for many cancers. Experts note that hookah is functioning as a gateway tobacco product that can lead to the use of other tobacco products such as e-cigarettes and conventional cigarettes. Other health effects related to hookah use include carbon monoxide poisoning, which is often experienced as fainting, headache, nausea and vomiting, and even seizures. A survey of 100 U.S. hospitals from 2011 to 2019 produced 1,371 emergency department visits, with more than half of them due to dizziness and fainting, and about 40% experiencing burns. In another compilation of data from poison control centers, from 2001 to 2017, 276 calls were made to report poisoning from hookah. This data may not reflect all the numbers of poisoning incidences, as some people experiencing these complications may choose not to report it and may not seek medical help. Tobacco smoke of any kind is a known cause of lung cancer. Lung cancer is the second most common cancer in men and women and is responsible for 25% of cancer deaths. Because cancer is a disease that oftentimes leads to death, scientists and doctors analyze 5-year survival rates. The 5-year survival rates for the various forms of lung cancer can range from 6 to 24%. That means that 5 years after 100 people were diagnosed with lung cancer, only between 6 and 24 people will still be alive. This is a very low survival rate, and it makes it clear that lung cancer is a serious and deadly disease. Oral cancer is another form of cancer highly linked to tobacco use and can present in a variety of ways. 53,000 Americans are diagnosed with oral cancer every year, with a 50% 5-year survival rate. Remember that means that after diagnosis, 1 out of 2 people will be alive in 5 years. Here are some examples of some oral cancers that are obvious to detect, but are advanced at this stage. The problem is that oral cancer does not always look like this, especially in the beginning, and that time it can be difficult to diagnose. This picture shows an oral cancer that could easily be missed without appropriate clinical exam by an oral health professional. This reminds us of the importance of getting an oral cancer screening at every dental exam. People oftentimes compare hookah to cigarette smoking, and one misconception is that it is less harmful. But hookah sessions often last much longer than cigarette smoking sessions. The average hookah session consists of about 200 puffs, as opposed to 20 puffs in a cigarette. A 1-hour session of hookah causes inhalation of 100 to 200 times the amount of smoke of a single cigarette. Oftentimes in social settings, hookah sessions can last 3 hours or more, increasing the inhalation of chemicals in the ambient smoke. The charcoal used in hookah smoking also contains 3 times as much carbon monoxide as the burning of cigarettes. So why do some young people smoke hookah? The National Youth and Tobacco Survey surveyed 700,000 high school students to learn about hookah use, perceptions, and misconceptions. They recorded 4.8% of high school students reporting the use of hookah in the 30 days prior to the survey, and also documented the reasons that high school students chose to smoke hookah. Some of these reasons include entertainment, as it can be fun and associated with evening meals, tea, lounging, or relaxation. They also report engaging in hookah smoking due to boredom and curiosity. Some teens mention the pleasant taste and smell, such as fruit or mint flavors as well. The smoke and the impressive volume that is produced is intriguing to some teens, and some find it an affordable habit, and others engage in it because their peers do. The fruity and minty flavors often attract young adults, as does the social time where devices can be shared. This can be an infectious disease concern, as diseases such as viral herpes or respiratory diseases such as the common cold, the flu, or COVID can be spread through sharing these devices. Youth can find it easier to access hookah than alcohol, which is illegal until age 21. Other youth cite cultural habits that are modeled by adults. All of these features can lead to less stigma being associated with the hookah habit. Misconceptions about safety can lead to adults and teens assuming that it is safer despite the unhealthy components and negative health effects. Some of the common misconceptions about hookah are that it is less harmful than cigarettes, since it appears to be a more natural type of smoking with fruity and minty flavors. These flavors lead people to believe that it is more wholesome than cigarette smoke. Some believe that the water in the bowl also works to filter out chemicals and harmful toxins, but it does not do that. Adults and teens think that it is less addictive than it truly is, and they often do not know how much nicotine is contained in it due to inaccurate or insufficient manufacturer labels. A survey conducted in 2018 of over 20,000 teens found that more than half of teenagers overestimate how many of their peers smoke hookah. Teens who believe more of their contemporaries engage in the activity are more likely to engage in it themselves. Does social media play a role in hookah use? Studies indicate that positive posts using #hookah and #shisha can increase use of hookah, again indicating that peer influence plays a big part in the initiation and continuation of the habit. So what role do tobacco companies play in the hookah use scene? Tobacco companies affect the hookah smoking habits of the country in many ways. First, they make hookah products that mimic natural flavors, such as fruit flavors, that delude people to thinking that it is more natural or healthy. These flavors are not natural, and they are used in order to cover up the more than 82 toxic chemicals and carcinogens. The companies also do not always clearly display how much nicotine is contained in the hookah product. Nicotine is the addictive chemical added to tobacco, and at least one study has shown that nicotine levels can be more than 236% greater than noted on the packaging. This and other mislabeling and non-compliant warning labels are common in hookah products. This means that the product does not accurately communicate to the buyer the content in or risks associated with using the product. Finally, tobacco companies rely on hookah as an introductory tobacco product to pique teen interest into other products such as e-cigarettes and conventional cigarettes. When we think about why some teens and adults choose to use hookah, it is important to replace that habit with other healthy choices. It is important to stay informed about what is in products we use and what the effects are. Staying active with sports or exercise can help maintain a healthy mind and body. For those who enjoy the group aspect of hookah, staying engaged in other group activities such as group cooking, arts, or discussion groups can keep up the social aspect with more positive outcomes. Finally, it is helpful to stay involved in our communities, including schools, family occasions, religious center events, and relief organization volunteering. If you or someone you know would like more information or support in an effort to try to quit, here is a list of online resources that connect you to information as well as support communities for quitting any tobacco habit. We thank you for watching this presentation, and we hope that you will choose to remain tobacco-free for a healthy body and mind. We are ACA. We empower our community with knowledge, spirit, and service. Thank you again for your attention, and a special thanks to student Dr. Mustafa Hidayat for his assistance in compiling this video. This is a list of the references cited in the video that are very informative for those who would like further reading.